Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews, and this is going to be my review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season whatever, episode 2. I don't know what season they're in, 9, 10, 15, 20, I don't know. But hopefully I hope y'all seeing this on YouTube, because right now I'm feeling real like I have the attention span of a mosquito and I ain't got it to do. So I'm gonna do my best. Okay, pause.
I can get out of the.
So again, Cynthia with the boundaries issues when it comes to friends. Apparently they met this girl LaTanya last night at Todd's birthday party. She's a friend of Candy's. She and what's this girl's name? Kenya hit it off. So Kenya invited her over to the house to hang out, and Cynthia's like, this new girl, you invited her and you going all the way down there to get her? You didn't come down to get me? Girl, don't do that. Don't be the Ashton. Don't do that, Cynthia. Ain't nobody got friend contracts for you and your big bag of bullshit, girl. But yeah, that's what we got so far. So they're talking about Cynthia and this husband of hers, and Tanya said, well, she's going through a divorce currently, that but her husband is still living in the house, and he served her the papers while they were at home, and it's just a bunch of fool-la-la. And Kenya said, well, I haven't even filed any paperwork because this man is so angry. I feel like if I file paperwork, it's just going to make it worse. Girl, fuck that nigga. Go and find the paperwork. Clearly, he don't want you. You don't want him. This shit is not healthy for nobody. So just, let this shit go, girl. Let it go. And then they go to toast. Now, Kenya still has some drink. Tanya still has some drink. Cynthia's cup is empty. And I'm just going to leave it.
Right after my first line of the play. What were you doing? I was literally...
So, this is Drew. And apparently she's the new girl. She's a friend of Eva. Eva introduced her to Cynthia. So, y'all got rid of her and hired her friend? That sounds so rude and disrespectful. Wow. Well, wow. More wow. Sorry. But she's an actress and songstress, she said. So, we'll see. She ran down her list of credits, but Lord knows if I remember. I don't know this girl. I don't know her, unfortunately.
Okay. Baby, I've been doing this since I was...
So, immediately we're shading Candy. Talk about she could play her mother, older sister, Annie. Okay, and then she said, well, Tori Naughton and Megan Good are more her contemporary. Okay. Oh, all right. Wait.
Ladies from action.
She said she played herself on the game. How when no one knows who you are? Okay, okay.
3 beautiful children.
Okay, pause. I'll say, so they rewinded back 8 hours, and Drew was talking to one of her babies, and then around the corner with this big, humongous vase of flowers is his mother-in-law. Her mother-in-law singing "Happy Anniversary to You," and then her husband comes behind her with 2 little glasses of looks like mimosas. Why are you letting your mother carry the big-ass heavy vase of flowers is my question. Why isn't your mother carrying the 2 little tiny glasses of juice, and you carrying the big-ass vase full of water and flowers, sir? Okay. So I kind of like the mother-in-law. She was like, let's make a deal. I need you to do praise and worship on Sunday. And they was like, okay, if you watch the kids tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday after church. She was like, cool, that ain't no problem. But it seems like there may be some friction between mother and son, not necessarily her and mother-in-law. So, the mom must be problematic on this show, but I think I might like her.
Escaped, and I flew home.
So are we not going to mention the fact that they just showed a picture of Escape and the 3 other girls' faces were blurred out of the picture? Like, haven't they been on this show with her? Like, why would they blur out their picture? Girl, what, you that far out of sorts with the girls that you can't even show a picture of them? Wow.
Come on.
Okay, so Portia is back home. She done got out of the clinkety clink. She talk about some men come home from jail. They get a whole cookout, a ticker tape parade. She said, when I got home, I got, here's your baby, here's your work, get back to it. Her mama was like, and your point is, girl, you was in jail for 1 day. Don't do that. And so she talks about how an outside firm is looking into Breonna Taylor's case, and things of that nature. And then she starts to talk about how she doesn't feel like she's engaged to be married. That she is, and the man is trying to get through the evolution of their relationship as it stands, with quarantine being the way that it is. Yeah, that's where she's at. She said, in the smallest thing can take her from 1 to 15, where if they weren't in quarantine and like stuck.
Can you?
Because I feel like this is about to go left real fast. So Cynthia's having a little get together at her house, and she's got food laid out in Blazer Bloom. So Kenya and LaToya show up, and you know, they say hey to everybody, whatever. And so first LaToya says, "Is that a fake plant?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then Kenya, they get up to get some food, and she has on the as a decorative item on the plate, she has some like fake grapes. And she was like, "Wait, are these fake?" Now I understand why Kenya asked about the fake grapes, because you know they're getting food off the plate, so if it's a grape, they would want to eat it. And she was like, "Yeah, it was just for decoration to make it look pretty." And she was like, "Okay." And then this LaToya says, "Ooh, this is good. You know, I like cold meatballs." Get out of my house.
Okay, pause.
Where's Riley?
So that Mama Joyce is something else, but there you what. So she gets home, Riley gets home from graduation, and Mama gave her flowers. She was like, "Oh, I would have preferred cash, but okay, thanks, woo, flowers." And, you know, her mama sees her diploma and gets all teary-eyed and all that good stuff. We're not going to discuss Marlo showing up in that sparkly dance ball outfit to Cynthia's house, because, ma'am, what is happening with you? And so Todd said, "Well, I got you something for graduation." He pulls out a thick stack of money, and he goes to hand it to her. Mama Joyce grabs it from him and tries to keep it. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck off my dollars, I know something. See that? Nope. Let me go.
Pause.
I know Kenya motherfucking lying. Did she say, where does Cynthia get all of these strays from? And why she keep inviting people when you yourself have a stray with you? Baby girl, the height of hypocrisy. Get somewhere and sit down. It's all right if you do it, but it ain't all right if somebody... Child. Girl. And then she was polite enough to bring a play date for Mike, because Mike was looking crazy in the face. He was like, "What is these bitches doing?" And she brought her husband so him and Mike can have a play date while they hanging out. You know what? Pause. Pause the fuck pause. So, you know, Tanya's rude. Maybe she's drunk. So she doesn't know that I think she's just a rude bitch. Because Drew came in, she spoke, she introduced her husband, she sat down. So Kenya's talking to her. First of all, Tanya says she's got a pet on her head in reference to her wig. Don't do that. Bitch, don't do that. Then, you know, Kenya and Drew are talking, and she's like, "Oh, have we ever met before?" She was like, "No, I don't think so." And she was like, "Well, maybe we have mutual friends in common." She's like who? And she was like, "Well, let's name some actors, and maybe, you know, we both know them in common because we're both in the same business." And before they could even start, Tanya comes in and talk about, see, this is why. Bitch, what the fuck you mean you don't like me? You don't even know me. You barely know me well enough to call me by my first name. You just met me. Talk about you don't like me. First of all, your rude motherfucking ass came in here talk about, oh, she brought her dude. He gotta go. He gotta go. And then when someone asked her, oh, what happened to you? Kenya asked her, oh, what happened to your leg? And she started to explain that, you know, she tore her Achilles heel and she was on stage when it happened, blah, blah, blah. Before she could finish, Tanya's like, well, we don't care about that. Where's the wine? Who the fuck is she talking? She should have bust that bitch in her face right there.
Pause.
Okay, so I didn't like that they ended it like that, but they came back and then she was mad because of who she played on the game, and she broke up. Whoever the fuck is on that goddamn show, I don't know. I didn't watch it. And now Marlo and Kenya are sniping each other in front of the new girls, and now Marlo is at the table with this one. Talk about some. Don't tell her all your business. Don't tell her all your business. She said she is a bitch and she couldn't keep a man if Jesus paid her to. Father God, pick her off the floor, God. Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Okay, pause.
I think he wants to be.
Okay. It's a lot. The ladies are talking about their marriage and if you're separated, or does that still mean that even though you're still married, when you're separated, can you date? If you're separated, or does that still mean that even though you're still married, when you're separated, can you date? Inconsistent and incongruent to be out here dating if you don't have any real intentions of ending your marriage and divorcing. Which Drew is like, you know, if you're getting separated and getting divorced, that's one thing. But if you're separated and you're still contemplating getting back together with your spouse, so now Cynthia and this one are in the kitchen talk about LaToya and Drew are gonna bump heads.
Okay, pause.
I would talk to him. I wouldn't just.
So Cynthia has come to Kenya has come to a decision that she's going to file a custody action, which I absolutely agree with, because if not, the way he's talked about, it seems like out of spite he would file for custody. Not that he wants custody of the baby, but just to be spiteful to Kenya, that he would drag her into custody court over the baby. So she's going to file a custody action, and she wants to do a postnup. And if she can get those two things done, then she'll file for divorce, which may be the path of least resistance with this man. We'll see.
Pause.
So the husband, Drew and her husband are celebrating their 6th anniversary. He has a little surprise, little balloon set up. They sit out and have a little drink and stuff and talking. And they get into a discussion. She was like, here's to 7 years in our wedding. And she's like, we got to have something to shoot for. She's like, wedding, he's not feeling the vow renewal spirit. So he's not really into it. And then they get into this whole discussion of the fight that they had, I guess, the week before. And he was missing for 3 days. And she was like, where were you? You still haven't told me where you were and what you was doing. Blah, 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 blah. We haven't discussed the reason why there was an argument in the first place, that you felt the need to, you had to disappear for 3 days. Girl, I don't know if he picked the fight, if he was out fucking somebody else, or what was happening. This don't bode well, daughter. It don't at all. Does anybody else find his vague answers annoying, or is it just me? Am I crazy? No, nigga, where were you for 3 days? See, we wouldn't even have had no anniversary party celebration. No, nigga, where were you for? Why? First of all, after the first day, it'd have been a motherfucking problem with me. Nope.
Pause.
This nigga refuses to tell her where he went. He was like, I was at the beach. I was at the ocean. What ocean, my nigga? What beach were you at? Why do you think that's okay? And then you acting like you got an attitude because she rightfully asked you, where were you for 3 days? She thought you were in the house and you left the motherfucking Are you drunk? Nigga.
You see how lopsided that is?
Do you want to get to another 6 years? Yes.
What the fuck? So there are cameras in the house, of course, because it's a very nice house. They have security cameras. Of course, you have the cameras so from your phone you can look in the house and see what's going on. And she was like, so while you were gone, were you watching us? And he was like, no. And she was like, yes, you were. Why are you lying? It's like, but I wasn't. It would be perfectly normal for you to watch your family while you're gone, even though you didn't want to tell them where you were. Hold on. So she says, I found a picture of in his phone. I was asleep on the couch. My mother was sitting over to the side and the kids were playing while you were gone. So you were watching. What difference does that make? Why can't this man answer a question? He talk about stuff. And who were you in Tampa with? This nigga went to Tampa. Who did you go to Tampa with? Were you? Because I don't feel like he was by him. Child. No, sir. Oh my God. The fucking gaslighting of it all. The gaslighting. Oh my God. Daughter, I hope you are watching this back and recognizing the narcissistic bullshit that this is. This nigga said, do you want to get to another 6 years? She was like, yes. You know I do. He's like, well, then you got to stop with this petty stuff. Knowing the location of my husband is petty. How, when he's disappeared for several days, how is that petty? How is that small? How is that insignificant, my love? That's not how this works. And then you watching us while you go, my nigga, what? Oh my God. Is this where bad marriages come to be exposed? What the hell? Okay, this shit is over. Final thoughts. I know y'all see the look on my face, right? Like, I am so outdone by this whole situation with Drew and her husband. Are you... Okay. I'm going to reserve judgment. Maybe I'm too... I feel like I'm taking it personally, like this is my nigga, and it's absolutely not. Let me get out of my feelings. Maybe he's a wonderful husband. Maybe they have a wonderful relationship. That's not what it looks like right now. Yo, I wanted to straight punch dude in his face. With that being said, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a kin. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.